Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Pittsburgh Steelers pursued Super Bowl winning quarterback not named Aaron Rodgers. Free agent quarterback Joe Flacco is headed to the Cleveland Browns on a one-year, $4 million deal that could be worth up to $13 million with incentives. According to Adam Schefter of ESPN, Flacco, a former Super Bowl winning quarterback with the Baltimore Ravens, talked with the Pittsburgh Steelers before signing the deal with the Browns. The Minnesota Vikings were also involved after they lost their pursuit of Daniel Jones, who signed with the Indianapolis Colts. At the NFL annual meetings last week, Steelers general manager Omar Khan said it was a fair assumption the team would add a veteran quarterback. "I'd say that's a safe assumption," Khan said. Pittsburgh has been involved in a highly publicized pursuit of four-time MVP Aaron Rodgers, but a prolonged timeline has raised questions. Rodgers, 41, could decide to retire. In March, he visited the Steelers facility and organized a workout with new Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf last week. Flacco is heading to Cleveland for his 18th season and rejoining the team after playing for it in 2023. With the Colts this past year, Flacco threw for 1,761 yards and 12 touchdowns while going 2-4 in his 6 starts. This move dwindles the Steelers' veteran quarterback market to Rodgers, former Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz, and Falcons quarterback Kirk Cousins. Cousins has been the subject of trade rumors and still has a no-trade clause. New York Jets wide receiver Allen Lazard, who had been speculated to join Aaron Rodgers with the Pittsburgh Steelers, is staying with the Jets. The Jets and Lazard agreed to a new deal that hands Lazard a pay cut. Lazard took an $8 million pay cut to stay with the Jets. According to Over the Cap, he was originally scheduled to make $11.5 million, but he will make just $3.5 million. Only $1.78 million of that is guaranteed. ESPN Jets insider Rich Cimini speculated that Lazard could wait for Rodgers to sign with the Steelers or make another decision before making his ultimate decision on his Jets' future, but now he will return to the Big Apple for the 2025 season. Lazard dealt with a chest injury in 2024 and played just 12 games. In those 12 games, he posted 37 receptions for 530 yards and 6 touchdowns. Lazard is a big-bodied wide receiver with a connection to Rodgers that goes back to their days in Green Bay with the Packers. The Steelers' plans do not change. However, it seems that Rodgers will come to Pittsburgh without a target with whom he has previous chemistry, making it all the more important that he be around for the off-season workouts. Myles Garrett contract could force Steelers to trade T.J. Watt in cruel ironic twist. Even as the Cleveland Browns fall further behind the Pittsburgh Steelers in the standings, the rivalry between the two teams' superstar pass rushers in Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt rages on. Both players will lock horns with each other's teams twice more in the 2025 season. The Browns withstood some disturbing trade declarations from Garrett in the offseason, ultimately giving him a new deal that made him the highest-paid defensive player in NFL history. Having seen that deal, it seems like Watt is going to demand another contract as he enters his early 30s. Watt posted a picture of himself hitting what many read as a peace-out display on Instagram on Wednesday. This prompted two very different reactions. Some are saying this is a complete nothing burger, and some are declaring that Watt is one step away from asking out of Pittsburgh. Steelers insider Mark Kaboly believes that Watt's choice of photo was not just by chance. While he does believe an extension will get done, the price tag may be a bit higher than many expected. Reading the tea leaves, is it fair to say that Watt could be asking out if he doesn't get the deal he wants? In a truly cruel ironic twist, if the Steelers don't end up meeting or exceeding the contract Cleveland handed out to Garrett, there's a good chance that Watt could end up forcing his way out of town. Are the Steelers willing to give out a contract that rivals what Garrett got? Garrett had a slight edge over Watt last season in terms of performance. While Watt tallied an NFL best 6 forced fumbles and 11.5 sacks, good for second-team All-Pro and fourth in Defensive Player of the Year voting. Garrett was first-team All-Pro after piling up 14 sacks and an NFL best 22 tackles for loss. Garrett's four-year, $160 million extension includes $123 million in guaranteed money. Garrett is a full year younger than Watt, but that shouldn't likely impact Watt's AAV price tag that much. The Steelers are only 23rd in allocated cap resources and 31st in dead cap, so they have the financial flexibility to pay him. However, if they can't agree on a price, Watt may be implying that he is willing to call time on his tenure in Pittsburgh. After all these years, wouldn't it be quite rich and delicious irony for Garrett's contract to ultimately be what ends Watt's time with the Steelers? Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver George Pickens is preparing for the biggest year of his NFL career to date. Entering the final year of his rookie contract, the former second-round pick has a new running mate and will have a new quarterback, most likely, and is taking full advantage of preparation in the offseason. Pickens will enter his fourth season in the NFL with DK Metcalf running alongside him. The Steelers traded a second-round pick to the Seattle Seahawks for Metcalf and paid him $150 million over the span over 5 years. Pickens' future is uncertain in Pittsburgh, but it isn't stopping him from putting in the work this offseason. And the results are already showing. In a video of him working with Route God, a well-known wide receivers coach in NFL circles, Pickens looks bigger and explosive during his route running work. Deion Sanders makes encouraging statement for Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are still without a strong option at the quarterback position heading into the coming season, and their options continue to wane. With the Aaron Rodgers saga continuing to carry on, the Steelers have begun to seriously pursue other options at the position. One such option is Shedeur Sanders, whose draft stock has seemed to vary wildly in recent weeks. Some members of the media believe that Sanders could fall as far as the Steelers' pick at number 21, far from the top 5 conversation that has dominated his headlines. Yet, a recent interview with Shedeur's father and former coach Deion Sanders has provided some encouragement to those who would like Sanders to land with the Steelers. In an interview with Yahoo Sports, Deion spoke on how he viewed the front offices of teams that seem to consistently find themselves among the top picks of the draft, and how those would be less desirable destinations for his son. The front offices are consistently bad, Sanders said. When they make not intelligent moves. When they find themselves in this place of picking early every year. And you have an opportunity to provoke change, and you don't when the opportunity is laying right there before you. This helps an already growing chance that Sanders could end up as the quarterback of the future for the Steelers. Sanders officially visited the Steelers earlier this week, making the case for him as a possible option grow further. Now, according to his father, it seems that Sanders would rather not play for teams towards the top of the draft. It is too early to call, but it seems that Sanders would prefer a team like the Steelers over teams such as the New Orleans Saints and New York Giants. Whether those teams would listen to Deion's lack of excitement towards them is unknown at this point. And you fan? What do you think about Deion Sanders' situation? Write to us in the comments.